Well, good morning. I am changing strings on this beautiful Sunday morning. My Fender Stratocaster. Just doing a basic string change with the normal things that I do when I change strings. I loaned this guitar to a friend, and actually I traded it to him for an EVH guitar. Just to get some time in with an EVH Wolfgang, given the passing of Eddie Van Halen. So I'm going to do this as quickly as I can. I'm going to keep track of the time so you have an idea of how long it takes me to change strings on a guitar. And I have this Dunlop string winder, and this pivot right here is so tight it doesn't actually, so I'm just letting the handle spin in my hand. Doesn't work real great, but it's one that I've got here at home. Everybody should have one of these. If you own a guitar, this will save you some time winding strings. But there's definitely a lot of DNA in the fingerboard. This is just regular old rubbing alcohol, isopropyl rubbing alcohol, and that's the rag after doing it. It was a clean rag, and there's the guck that came off of the fretboard, fingerboard, whatever you want to call it. Take a paper towel and some linseed oil. Yeah, that's looking a whole lot better. Time for strings. Super Slinky. Yep, 9 to 42. Same brand, same gauge each time. My cat loves it when I put strings on guitars. Just loves it. Here's another thing that I don't do is I don't put a back cover plate on my guitars that have this type of bar. They need to be adjusted from time to time. It does nothing to damage them to leave that cover plate off. So I just leave it off. And I take my guitar, leave the butt end of it hanging over the edge. And, you know, if this was taller, I'd be able to get these strings all the way through, but I'm going to have to pull them. And my cat is going to have a heyday with this. So I got the strings fed through the body of the guitar, and 1, 2 over the top. I don't care if they tell you to tie these in or not. That is not something I ever do, nor would I do. This is work. This method of winding strings around the machine heads has worked for me for as long as I've been putting strings on guitars. And you can do it the way you like. You can tie your string in a knot, do all that stuff. Those guys who do that typically are not gigging musicians because they would learn very quickly. Breaking a string at a gig and you've tied a knot in your string, getting that string changed is not a real simple process. And you know, guitar players don't bring tools or keep them in their cases typically, unless they're me. And those tools have that I've had in my backpack have saved band rehearsals. You know, been able to cut strings at gigs for other guitar players who have broken strings. You know, really made the show go on. On the unwound strings, 1, 2, 3 wraps, and over the top of your windings, not through the middle, not binding them up like a knot. Don't poke the end of that string through. Don't poke it through. Just make it a nice, tidy 3 little lines. Wrap it up. Call it a day. I got one of these junkers. Six. Oh, let's see. What did I push? Chromatic. Strings. Yeehaw!